Hello everyone, it's evening here outside of Glenumbra. I was going to the Daggerfall, actually to a lessons tower for Daggerfall, and I found some unmarked writings on the ground. Slave's diary. They take more of us every day, regardless of whether we still have flesh or not. The soul-shriven, as they call them, are the bulk of those taken. People whose bodies are long since wasted away, but whose spirits live on in oblivion. Some of them say that their souls are inside gems, and that they can feel themselves being jostled about as their respective gems are moved from one place to another. They're filled with so much sorrow that it crushes the heart just to hear them speak of the lives they've mostly forgotten. I don't know what they do to the others, but their screaming can be heard even down in the dungeons. It's an endless procession of misery from which there's no escape. The gods cannot hear us here. Is there any salvation? Is there any hope at all? Anchorite's log. With the arrival of the Chancellor, a crusty Nibonese politician named Abner Tharn, the atmosphere at the castle of the King of Worms has taken a decidedly more amusing turn. He barks his pathetic orders and expects us to pander to his every whim. I think that's cater. Pander, I don't know. When we ignore him, he storms about like an infant, shouting, "Do you know who I am? And Manamarco will hear of this." The King of Worms thinks him an ineffectual buffoon. I've heard him say as much myself. But Thorn is no idiot. I feel certain he suspects that he's outlived his usefulness. With his daughter on the ruby throne and Lord Manamarco filling her head with delusions of grandeur, Thorn's power isn't worth the breath it takes to declare it. The Empress Regent is easily manipulated with trinkets, silks, and rare delicacies. She has little fondness for her father, and to my knowledge hasn't even expressed curiosity regarding his absence. And despite his years of political experience in the imperial court, the old man isn't half the manipulator that Manamarco has proven to be. Tharn's greatest miscalculation is that he believes he still has value here. In the grand scheme of things, we are all expendable, he most of all. All of the power in Cyrodiil means nothing to the Lord of Brutality and Domination. But Tharn's impotent tantrums remain a source of great mirth. I imagine I will tire of them eventually. On that day I will pour a glass of fine wine and take enjoyment watching him thrash about as his soul is torn from his body, like so many thousands before him. Okay. So this is the Glenumbra Thieves line. I have to say, don't expect much from it. It isn't particularly endearing or inspiring. There are a few characters I like, but one of them is a dog. And sad news today for the game. Well, not today, but recently, Microsoft decided to pretty much gut ZeniMax's staff to about half of what it was. So there is concern about future development, but in the meantime, there's lots to do. Lots to do still. So they I don't know. I think with this Thieves Guild thing, they tried to make the characters, I don't know, scrappy or underdogs by making the cartel much worse than they are, but they really couldn't pick a characterization. Quen is just doesn't get when people don't like her. It's like just a weird choice. I don't know, she's not smart enough to figure out that she's a thief.
I've got your back.
Thank you, Sharp. And other characters just don't have much character. So the plot isn't much, and it's really a setup for the Nowhere Vault, which will be coming along, but the whole thing is just a lead-in, and you don't really get much from it. I think the one thing that I can say that I got that is very specific to thieves. Is the Prowler's Mythic. So you get the talisman during this line, then you get an item to upgrade it from finishing the entire quest evolution, which I have done, and then you also get a gem drop from the dynamic events, which I have also got. So it is good situationally for if you want to be sneaky. So when Battle Spirit is inactive, bracing while crouching turns you invisible for 10 seconds. This can occur every 30 seconds. Increase your chance of successfully pickpocketing by 5%. On dealing critical damage, increase your max magicka and max stamina for 10 seconds, up to 2,140 at 10 stacks. On dealing non-critical damage, increase your health, magicka, and stamina recovery for 10 seconds, up to 180 at 10 stacks. Either effect can occur once every 1 second. So you see talisman upgrades are 2. It looks like the other 2 have not been released yet. I haven't used it much because I still have the Oaken Soul Ring, which gives, oh no, she's got the signet, the Shattered Path signets. But the Oaken Soul gives about 20 buffs that are nearly irreplaceable. The only reason why she's doing it is that she does a massive amount of damage to, something that's debuffed, and she very easily debuffs things. So, there are a bunch of puzzles. And it's again, it's not my favorite. It's not good, it's not bad. It's, sort of Taylor Swift. It's it isn't good, it isn't bad, it's just indifferent. So
You made it. Let's talk about the plan. Welcome to Illisan Tower's dungeon. If someone tried to stab you on the way in, that's normal. This place has been a Red Rook hideout for as long as anyone can remember. I've had a scrap or two here myself. Ready to cause some trouble?
what kind of trouble are you thinking?
This door leads to the lower dungeon. We go in and make our way to Dremic's quarters. Up some stairs in the eastern passage. Grab any cartel correspondence we find. Gavin Couldane loves telling pissants like Dremic what to do. In writing.
Anything else?
Here, I wrote some fake notes for Dremic's Red Rook rivals. Hints of mutiny to sow a little chaos. Plant these in likely spots. I could do it myself, but I'm giving you a chance to impress me. And I expect you to move fast.
What's the hurry?
On jobs like this, the goal is to grab as much loot, or in this case, plant as many notes as possible before people catch on. Each time someone spots you, time gets shorter. So don't get spotted, outlaw. Here's your test. Time's running out. You don't fail if you take too long, but I'll be disappointed.
And yet, I don't care. I couldn't care less if Abrazia is disappointed in me.
Not really what we're here to do, but whatever.
Oh, I don't. I could care less about hiding in baskets from a wolf.
Let's hear it.
That note should start some trouble. 2 more to go.
That was close. Damn near stepped in a bear trap.
So again, I'm not particularly inspired. I am gonna do it. I don't.
That'll teach them not to cross us.
I have seen that, interestingly, based on the choices you make, my husband also did the quest and made different choices, resulting in, well, different things happening. So that is unusual. But it's not like good things happen. You can prevent bad things from happening. which I was unaware until he went, "Oh no, blah
Dremmick.
happened," and I went,
You're the
"What?
best the
Really?"
Redricks got? Make this quick.
Sneaking
We have other
into
things
my
to do.
dungeon? That's the last mistake you'll ever make.
That's it. Grab the correspondence and meet me
Dremmick,
outside.
I'm hearing rumors that Daggerfall's gangs have ideas about joining forces. Find out anything you can about who's involved in this attempt to create a so-called guild. I don't care about the street hawks or roadsworn grubbing for coins on the cobblestones, but someone got in Broogie's way at a various state. They're after the Nowhere Vault. I won't stand for competition. The vault is our ticket to ultimate power. Also, be sure to tighten security and change passwords. Cogwine got himself captured by the Lion Guard. He knows not to talk, but if Sansone figures out who he's got in his jail at the Lion Guard readout, that could change. It's a problem, but I'll fix it, one way or another. Keep me informed, Gavin Coldane.
You walked right into that one, didn't you?
I disarmed it. Alright, well.
One more note to plant. Don't disappoint me now.
Bridget, I really couldn't care less.
It's fine.
What? Oh, there's an upstairs? Alright.
See that?
That's about
Probably
half how
something
long I
useful
expect
in
this to
there.
take. So you still have a chance
Can't
to
believe
impress
someone just
I-
left this here.
The idea that I need to impress her is extraordinary.
me. Those notes ought to ruffle some feathers. Let's go. Meet me outside the city gate.
So, there is an obnoxiety quotient, how obnoxious something is. She is obnoxious. Where am I? Where did I go? Why am I here? How do I get out? Oh, I'm in Illisan Tower. Okay. Why does it think... Okay, I get it. Alright. The map doesn't really show you where you need to go. It shows you the way out, which one would imagine when you're in a delve you would know
Ah, people.
that you need to get
Great.
out. So yeah, I mean, there's a sense of scrappy, but it does get, you know, different by the end of the game. Like, lady, you know,
I love the sound of a ruckus behind me. Always makes me smile. Let's talk.
so I guess it's just that thieves are thoroughly unlikable or deluded.
Not bad, Outlaw. You got the job done, and you didn't get either of us captured or killed. You might just work out. Now, let's have a look at that cartel correspondence you picked up. What do you make of it?
Holdane's definitely after the Nowhere Vault, and he knows the Daggerfall gangs are after it too.
Ah, damn it. The cartel was a problem before, but this puts us in direct competition. Dane writes that one of his chiefs got picked up by the Lion Guard. Huh, this Cogwin might be worth looking into. Anyway, want to know how you did on my test?
Oh, please, please tell me I passed with flying colors and you're so proud of me.
Ha ha. I was going to say you did pretty good, at least until you decided to be a wise arse.
Better than a
It isn't
dumbass.
easy to be both fast and stealthy, but there's nothing like the thrill of a job well done.
Yeah, there is.
Where are you off to next?
I've got an appointment at the Mages Guild. Me and Edway need to steal some research.
Thought so. You and Quen were talking about that when you got back from the Avery estate. Well, have fun. Edwayne's got the lightest fingers in Daggerfall, but you'll die of old age waiting for him to decide if a job's worth the risk.
I'll see you back at the den.
Walk proud, outlaw. I don't understand how Quen thinks she can make a sharp guild of dull knives like Edwayne and Celine, but she knew what she was doing when she picked you to help us.
Uh-huh. What's your problem with the other gang leaders?
We were literally rivals yesterday, and today we're trying to work together? It's not natural. And I don't know if this is the best fit for me or my Roadsworn. But to answer your question, Edwayne and Celine are soft. They lack, ambition.
Ambition?
Nerve, daring, swagger, call it what you will. With the Street Hawks, the Menants, I guess, and my Roadsworn together, we could be the Lords of High Rock. Take what we want and spit in the world's eye. That would be my kind of guild.
Yeah, you're an asshole. What do you have against the idea of a Thieves Guild in Daggerfall?
Just that my idea of a guild and what the other gang leaders think, I'm not sure they line up. And Quen, we're just supposed to trust a thief we don't know from a place I've never been to? No, there are too many unanswered questions for my liking.
How'd you become a thief?
That's a pretty personal question, outlaw.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've earned an honest answer from me yet. Let's just say I had a rough start. I learned early on that no one was going to give me anything. I'd have to take it.
How do you feel about that now?
I don't give it a second thought. I go where I want. I drink and laugh and carouse when I feel like it, and I bend the knee to no one. Not Dane, not some king or emperor. No one. The world owes me. Until the day I die, I'm going to make it pay.
I'm working with toddlers, people.
Hear ye, hear ye! The curfew has been lifted.
Highly armed,
The murderer
magical
has been caught,
toddlers.
And the assassin has been dispatched by the champion of the king.
Right here, friend. I've been waiting for you. This might be tricky. There are a lot of people around, and the city guards are on edge after Lord Avery's murder. On the bright side, I've been watching for a bit, and I know what we need to do. Mostly.
What have you seen so far?
As I told you in the den, a Telvanni emissary arrived to present research papers to Master Guyard. The two of them are talking just up the path. We need to move them someplace where we can listen in. My friend here should be able to help.
Your friend here? The dog?
Carso is a great thief. Here, give him a treat and he'll provide a distraction. Some fake coins can do the same for bystanders too. Once we get our marks into position, we'll listen in. One of those mages should have the papers we want.
One of those mages? Which one?
Not sure. That's why we need to eavesdrop and find out who's carrying the notes. Pickpocketing requires observation and patience. I'll pull you out if things go awry, but I'm going to let you take the lead. I want to see how you handle it.
Alright, let's see how Carso does with that distraction.
Let's just take things one step at a time. First, we use distractions to maneuver those two mages over there into a place where we can listen in without them noticing. There's a basket by the tree up the path. Let's get the mages closer to it so we can eavesdrop.
Carso's my favorite. Hello, good boy. Scritches, I love you. Yeah, and because Edwin takes care of you. I don't need to talk to you anymore. I like Edwin because he takes care of Carso.
Too many people around, but Carso can distract them.
I'm glad I ran into you. What are you wearing to the party? Oh, hey there, fellow. You want to play?
Good boy.
Maybe I could keep him. What a cute little dog.
Been on the lookout for that.
See? Crowds love a merry dog. Now, let's put that drunkard over yonder to use. If that drunkard obstructs the street, our mages should hesitate. Toss a few of the coins I gave you. Good. People avoid others making fools of themselves.
Now that's a lot of coin. Someone ought to pick it up.
The hell is that, boys?
All right, I'm on my way. Get into position. I don't feel so good. Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Let's find somewhere more private to speak.
Why is your mysterious patron interested in Sage Vornet anyway?
I never got the chance to ask. Lord Every was murdered during a burglary.
That's terrible. And ironic. The papers were sitting in a guild library for ages.
Rosen will find a place for them in our repository.
Did you find out what you needed to know? Then head into the guild hall. I couldn't quite make out what they were saying from here. Did they mention anything about the research notes we're supposed to steal?
Someone named Rosin is gonna put them in a guild repository.
Ah, Rosen is Guyard's assistant. She'll be downstairs in the restricted part of the guild hall. There probably won't be many people around. I once went down there with an initiate and, well, never mind.
What now?
Head down to the guild repository and lift the research notes from Rosen. Try not to get caught, but I'll do what I can to provide some cover if you need it. I'll be waiting out front when you're done.
What an adorable puppy. Hello, Corso. Good boy. So Corso's the best part of this whole thing. There is no walk softly to make me laugh or keep me company.
So, guards on their way. Get out.
You cannot break the law
You'll
without
pay the
violence.
bounty for
anymore.
that.
I'll be out on the
You
street.
certainly will.
What's done is
The
done.
laws aren't
but
made to
you
be
will
broken,
regret it.
as you'll soon see.
Finest quality merchandise.
So in the end, crime around here really does not pay. The quests just make you use an insane number of leniency edicts.
You're back.
The NPCs
done
are all
here?
crowded in. It's about 5 feet away from any hiding space or any objective. You just end up paying out. I imagine if I wanted to spend 20 minutes observing the patterns and figuring it out, I'd still fail the first time. Still have to pay the leniency. It's just, the mechanics are terrible. So,
No cries of outrage, no angry guards. Things must have gone well. I'd say you have a promising future in property redistribution. So what do we have there?
I got the research notes from the Guildmaster's assistant.
No clue what this arcane dissertation is supposed to tell us about Quen's book, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, looks like we got what we came for. I admit, I wasn't sure about you. Nice work.
Not sure. I can go put the research notes back if you prefer.
Ha! That won't be necessary. Just remember that it can be tricky working in public spaces like this. All it takes is one barking dog or sharp-eyed passerby, and suddenly the whole town is on you. So, what's next for you?
I'll go help Celine make a withdrawal from the bank.
Quen mentioned something about a special key in the bank when she got back from the estate job. I'm not surprised to hear Celine has an angle for that. Bank jobs are risky. Hope she knows what she's doing.
What about you?
I'll take these notes back to Quen. Not sure how they're going to help us read a book full of gibberish, but then again, I'm no mage. See you back at the Thieves' Den.
Why don't you get along with the other gang leaders?
Look, our gangs are too small to stand up to the Coldane cartel individually, so Basil convinced us there was safety in numbers, calling in Quen and proposing to form a Thieves Guild. As your very question suggests, none of us see eye to eye.
What do you think of Celine and House Minot?
Celine is a noble. She doesn't need to steal. This is all just an amusement to her. She never had to sneak an apple from a cart or bread from a basket to curb her hunger. I like Celine. I admire her father. But they should leave the thieving to us.
What about Abrasia?
That's simple. I don't trust her. Abrasia boasts about living free, but she's a bloody-handed robber with a short attention span. The moment she gets bored, someone gets hurt. I'll work with her if I must, but I won't turn my back on her. Not ever.
What do you have against the idea of a Thieves Guild in Daggerfall?
Obviously, we're trying to work together, but it will never last. How can it? The Street Hawks and the Road Sworn are too different, and House Minot treats our livelihood as a game. Quen's intentions may be good, but trust needs to be earned.
How'd you become a thief?
The same way 100 other orphans in the streets did, I suppose. I was hungry and needed something to eat. Still, I guess something my parents taught me before the flu took them stuck. Because I always felt bad about stealing stuff.
Felt bad about it?
Whenever I could, I tried to balance the scales. Do a small favor for someone if I couldn't pay. Sweep up at closing or keep the other street rats away. It taught me the value of making friends. I teach my street hawks to do the same.
That's not friends, honey. That's manipulation. Okay. And he's the best of them.
Good boy, Carso. Good boy. Now run home and stay out of trouble.
Hey, Corso. I love that dog so much. Okay. Oh, I believe that person has a squid at the end of their staff, yes? I don't think I've seen squid staff. Okay.
This is wearisome indeed.
I fear the criminal Queneth remains at large, Lady Celine. But you can be sure I will find her. Good day.
Captain Sansone is very determined. Oh, over here, my dear. Quen's going to lead the law to our doorstep if she's not careful. Well, let's get to work. I chatted with the manager. Lord Ivery's key is in the vault below, while his debt bond contracts are in 2 safe boxes upstairs. We should retrieve both.
All right. How do you want me to proceed?
We came here to get that key, assuming it has some connection to the Codex. But I think we should retrieve those debt bond contracts first. I leave that to you. My father and I will provide a distraction. Here, lockpicks for the safe boxes.
Are the debt bond contracts that important?
To hold someone's debt puts you in a powerful position. Ivery's contract could blackmail or ruin a lot of people. I don't want the Coldane cartel to claim them. While you get the contracts, I'll see about getting us into the vault.
How are you going to do that?
I know of a hidden access in a disused passage below. Which reminds me, you need to avoid violence. Use the somnol powder I gave you if you run into trouble. Retrieve the contracts, then meet me downstairs. Now, be ready to make your move. Oh, Eliza! First that horrible tragedy at Iveri Estate, and now a criminal at large?
It's terrible. I'm glad Captain Samson is looking into it personally.
Indeed. I have the utmost confidence in the Lion God.
The captain is... Oh,
Oh no. Father!
Personally, I would probably extort money from them, but
That's it! Out with you!
Okay.
You don't belong here.
Come, Lord Basil. Let's get you some fresh air.
Okay.
Not another Look, if the captain weren't right, I understand. Just keep walking then.
So, if you'll notice, there's no map. Why the bank have giant
There
spiders
you are.
in them.
Let me open this locking mechanism. Almost got it. Ah! There's a spring I need to hold open. There. Get the key. And only the key, please. We don't want anyone to know we were here. Sorry, I had to let the door close behind you. Look around. Lord Iveri's key should stand out.
Celine? Celine, my dear, are you down here? I think some fresh air has your father feeling much better. Coming!
Find the key and leave by the side passage. It leads to the city wall. I must go.
No surprises there.
Did I forget to mention that secret exit? Never quite found a need to use it until now.
Keeping secrets.
Isn't Father a wonderful actor? Just goes to prove that the simplest diversions work best. I assume you retrieved Lord Iveri's key and the debt bond contracts?
Here's the key and the stacks of debt bond contracts.
A rather curious-looking key. What door does it open? Perhaps the answer lies in the Codex Fornet, provided we can ever read it. Now, I confess I left both tasks in your hands to gauge your skill for myself. Did you run into any trouble?
Live quietly, no regrettable occurrences.
Well done. I know a job never goes perfectly, but thieves do better when they leave mysteries instead of bounties in their wake. Let the authorities wonder how it was done, assuming they even noticed the crime. Anyway, what's your next task?
I helped you and the other gang leaders, just like Quinn asked.
Good. I see why Quinn was eager to involve you in her attempts to turn 3 troubled gangs into a guild. I imagine she's waiting for your report back in the thieves' den. I'd better keep this key safe for now.
See you soon.
My father will take great pleasure in destroying those debt bond contracts, but this key is clearly worth keeping. I'm still unsure about working with the other gangs, but let's return to the thieves' den and see how Quen is faring with the codex.
At least destroying them, but again, they put so much like faith in. Here's a piece of paper. Like, you know, once the piece of paper is gone, like, damn, I no longer have to do any debt. Why wouldn't the person who owns those contracts just draw them up again? Aren't they criminals? Okay. Why don't you get along with the other gang leaders?
Have you met Abrasia? That woman is the very embodiment of contrariness. Yet I understand she came from circumstances very different from my own. She has made something of herself, in her own way. I just think she could be more.
Be more? What do you mean?
Abrasia has the wits and ambition to succeed in anything she chooses to do. And Dwayne, too. They don't have to settle for being street thieves and robbers. My father obviously approves of this notion of forming a thieves' guild, but I'm not convinced.
What do you have against the idea of a thieves' guild in Daggerfall?
As an idea, nothing. As a reality, is the threat of the cartel enough to truly bind our 3 rival gangs together? And what do Quen and her superiors in Abaz Landing get out of all this? Until my suspicions are allayed, I remain skeptical.
Why did you become a thief?
I should think the answer is obvious. I followed my father into the family business. There was a time when House Menant was on the verge of ruin. My grandfather gambled away his inheritance. My father had to find a way to get it back.
That's your father. What about you?
While we are no longer impoverished, I have learned that with my particular skill set, I can do some good in this world. Return lost valuables to their proper owners. Rescue items of beauty from those who would hoard and hide them away.
So you steal as some sort of good deed?
Not always. Sometimes I pilfer a jewel that catches my eye. But I spend as much time finding lost treasures no one owns as I do stealing jewels from lords and merchants. And I steal from no one who doesn't deserve to part with a little wealth.
Yeah, none of these are really striking any sort of, they're all justifications for being, well, thieves, without it being a good reason. As Celine stated, both Abrasia and Edward could... Where the hell am I? Okay. Okay, I have to run around. Could actually... So, Edward's justification of having to be a thief as a kid doesn't mean that now he couldn't,
You
be a
could
tavern
craft
owner,
something
someone
nice
who
with that.
actually values friends and doesn't steal from them. Abrasia is really a, abrasive. That's her name. She just has a fetish for freedom and a resistance to anything that isn't contrary again. It's up there, isn't it? Alright. Going back to my house. Oh, wait, there's a chest. And I don't really believe in the, if you tell me, I'm sort of like Robin Hood. I don't believe it. So it is a bit of fantasy. You can simply make debt go away. When was the last time you asked your credit card company, "Can you show me our agreement?" Nope. They know you owe the money. Well, I should just go out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe the impresario is up right now. There is an event. No, I've already read this. Okay. Yep, already read it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going back to Illison Tower. I should go to the Guild Vault.
You, over here. This place is nice, but it's not a home. It feels like I'm hiding down here. People like us, we need powerful friends if we're gonna make it in this world.
People like us?
Don't play coy. I see it in your eyes.
Oh, this
You've
is
killed
again
people.
the intro to the
Or you will.
to the Assassin's
You've got
Guild.
the same urges as I do. Just between us, I hear the Dark Brotherhood is recruiting for some new blood. I'm gonna try my best to get their attention.
Okay, we've already done this.
Don't take my
I've
word.
had to abandon the quest because I had too many quests. We'll see. I'll pick that up, but I'll probably have to abandon it again and try to remember that she's all about that. Memorize and burn. This is the last time I'm writing this down for you. Memorize and burn this. Blood oranges, killing. Crescent, the king. Black roses, Daedric influence. Guar sitter, bodyguard. Chicken feed, information designed to misdirect an enemy. Torch bug, someone with useful information. Netch, traitor. Betty Netch, a female traitor. Bull Netch, a male traitor. Wisp mother, leader of an enemy spy ring. Wisps, member of an enemy spy ring. Shade, someone who specializes in tracking a target. Okay, I've got a little flag here for where you need to go if you want to upgrade the mythic. I think there's a letter over here. Atrocious love letter. To my lovely flowering perennial. I must bank on the idea that this letter finds you well. You've done more than accrue my interest. I find that I must often check to make sure that I am standing upright. as I cannot balance myself, thinking often of the ways you've embezzled my heart. To your credit, you bankrupted my thoughts, allowing me to account for nothing beyond the sweet vault of your embrace. I've appraised the situation, and I feel like I must make this statement at once. We've done more than bond. I know I'm forever in your debt. Lend your heart to me, and I shall make payment to your kindness in turn. Do not be shy on my account. Allow me to deposit my sincerity into this letter. I shall transfer my love from this letter to your heart. Your little lender bee. Okay, they know it's atrocious, but yes, it's atrocious. Don't put it in. I mean, come on. And again, why would I want to live this lifestyle? Getting this muck on my lovely clothing. And stinking of thief all day. Am I going back out? What? Oh, you're kidding
Can't
me.
even hear myself think here.
Oh my god. Okay, it replaced my quest. Alright, going back in. At least I got to read an atrocious love letter. Why is this... So there's an original Thieves Guild in the base game here, and then they tacked on the addition, so it looks like their pathing's a little wonky. And my pathing's a little wonky. Map room.
The Coldane cartel is a problem. We need to hit them first.
I'm not going to get Street Hawks killed because you want to fight.
We're a step ahead of Coldane. Why engage when we can just let him chase us?
And hope the cartel goes away? That's as useless as fighting.
Quarreling is getting us nowhere. Our friend's back. I need a word, partner. Despite the argument you just witnessed, the gang leaders were impressed with your work out there. So far, you show all the signs of being an exemplary thief. We're lucky to have you. Now, I want your perspective. How did things go today?
Selene and I got the key, and Abrasia and I learned the cartel seeks the vault, and knows we do too.
Selene was very proud of what happened at the bank. I have an idea about that key, but what you and Abrasia uncovered at Illisan Tower, we need to talk to that Lion Guard prisoner. What about the research from the Mages Guild?
Dwayne and I recovered the research for the Mages Guild. Can it help you decipher the codex?
It will take some time for me to go over the notes with Basil. He's the closest thing we have to an expert on Librarian Hennard and Sage Fournette. Hopefully, though, what we need is in that research.
You said you had an idea about the key. What does it unlock exactly?
Basil says that everything he's ever heard or read about the Nowhere Vault is that it requires special keys to open. Nowhere keys. I think this may be one of them. Hopefully, the Codex can tell us more. Now, one more thing, but we can't talk here.
Alright, where do you want to go?
Let's step outside for a moment so we can speak privately, partner. The next chamber should do. We'll continue this there. There you are. Now that we have some privacy, let's talk. We made progress with the puzzles we set out to solve, and that's good. But I also wanted you to meet Selene, Abrasia, and Edwayne. To work with them and get a sense of who they are. So let's not overlook the most important task you accomplished today.
The most important task?
You engaged all 3 gang leaders to work toward a common goal. And better yet, you won their trust with your skill and discretion. Thanks to you, we're finally on the path to forging the Daggerfall Thieves Guild. Here, your cut from today's take. You did everything I asked and more, but I'm still worried. The Kaldane cartel is not only seeking to take control of the Glenumbra underworld, they're after our prize. Now that our gang leaders are engaged, it's time to formulate a new plan.
What do you have in mind?
It's clear we need more information about Librarian Hennard and his research into the Codex. I also think we should speak with his cartel prisoner, Cogwyn. So let's see what Celine, Abrasia, and Edwayne suggest. Call it a test.
A test?
We won't be here to aid them forever. Time to see if our leaders can put aside their rivalries and start acting like a guild. If we can show Glenumbra's thieves what they can accomplish when they work together, the sky's the limit. Can you help me?
I'm in. Where do we start?
The 3 gang leaders are in the map room, arguing again. Join the discussion and see if you can get them to agree on whether we should pursue the librarian or the captured cartel thug next. And take Librarian Hennard's research. You may need it.
I'll talk to the gang leaders. Which investigation would you pursue first?
You're missing the point. It doesn't matter what I think. We need to see if the 3 gang leaders can figure out a strategy on their own. Stop arguing long enough to actually agree on something, perhaps. If they can't, there won't be a guild.
They actually form a Thieves Guild. Are you going to lead it?
Me? No. This is going to be a Thieves Guild for Daggerfall. It needs one of them to step up and lead it. Let's help them learn to get along first, and maybe keep them from getting crushed by the Kaldane cartel. Then we figure out the rest.
Did you find anything useful in Librarian Hennard's research?
Beyond what you saw? For one thing, the Codex Vornet must have been in Hennard's collection for quite some time. He studied it extensively, so obviously he didn't have trouble reading it. I wonder if he's the one who encrypted the book.
Anything about the Nowhere Vault?
Hennard's notes touch on the Nowhere Vault in several places. I came across references to wondrous relics, mystical artifacts, and lore lost to the ages. Nothing I recognized, but then again, Vornet lived a very long time ago.
Someone knows more about the Nowhere Key. We can make inquiries.
And announce to the world that we have it?
So, use the key to draw out Kaldane. He's the real problem.
Listen, it's the librarian that's important. Oh, curse it all. Friend, a word. The gang leaders, my daughter included, refuse to see the obvious, and it's infuriating.
Tell me.
Librarian Hennard was the foremost scholar of his day on Sage Fournet. Anyone chasing the Nowhere Vault as long as I have knows that.
In his day? How long ago did this Librarian Hennard compile these research notes?
Oh, a couple of 100 years ago, give or take. But that single journal from the Mages Guild is only a fraction of Hennard's work. I think there's more to be found in his old home, Dresden Keep.
I've been to Dresden Keep.
You've been in the ruins? But what about the hidden library beneath them? I've seen mention of it in ancient papers. If Hennard concealed anything about Sage Fournet, it would be there. No one listens to me. But if you bring the idea to Quen...
All right, I'll talk to Quen.
We're arguing in circles. Let's pause and take stock, partner. We have a key, but no idea where to find its lock, a codex we can't read, enemies who want us out of the way, and a distinct shortage of real plans on what to do next. If you have a suggestion, partner, we'd all love to hear it.
Librarian Hennard had a hidden library at Dresden Keep. If we find it, we may recover more research.
A hidden library? It could contain more of Librarian Hennard's research into Sage Vornet. I'd like to know what else he recorded about the Nowhere Vault, or the Codex Vornet. Of course, we'll have to overcome one major obstacle.
A major obstacle?
Finding something that's been hidden in a ruined keep since who knows when won't be simple. I think I'll tag along, and Abrasia too, if she's willing. That leaves the question of the cartel prisoner at Lion Guard Redoubt.
I can talk to the Lion Guard prisoner after we're done at Dresden Keep.
Good. Edwayne and Celine can assist you there, but you should take the lead in questioning the cartel prisoner. This Cogwin might be more willing to talk if he's approached by someone he doesn't know. Celine, Edwayne, Abrasia, what do you say?
A sound plan. Happy to do my part.
I generally try to avoid prisons, but I suppose I can make an exception.
All right. If you both agree, I do too.
And I can speak with some contacts of mine about nowhere keys while the rest of you are busy.
Finally. We might be wasting our time at Dress and Keep, but it's better than standing around talking until the sun goes down. At least this plan of yours means I'm not shackled to Edwayne or Celine. I do better on my own anyway.
You're really that disdainful of Edwayne and Celine?
Have you seen the other gang leaders? They don't know what it's like to be hunted, hurt, alone. I learned from the hardest teacher of all, desperation. And I survived. I'll root around empty ruins all day long just to avoid this incessant arguing.
You think Dress and Keep is a waste of time?
People have been looking for the Nowhere Vault for ages. If Pennard knew anything, why didn't he go loot it? We find something, great. It's a feather in our caps. But I put my trust in a good steel blade, not dusty old books.
I know my father put the idea of Dresden Keep in your head. I've heard him mention Hennard's writings on the legend of Sage Vornet on more than one occasion. I rather wish I were going to the Keep with you, my dear.
You don't look like the type to dig around in ancient ruins. I would never say that. Don't judge by the book by the cover.
I don't? Thank you. But I do love a good puzzle. And the mystery of a secret library is exactly the sort of treasure hunting puzzle I delight in. Still, Edwayne will need me. Dealing with the Lion Guard will require deception.
You think the two of you can work together?
To help you? Certainly. We might not have much in common, but the Coldane cartel threatens House Menant as well as Edwayne's Streethawks. The very point of forming a guild is for thieves to combine forces and work together to solve shared problems.
Very clever, friend. I'm not sure if that was your plan, Quen's plan, or Basil's plan, but you laid it out well. Having us work together on different tasks gives us less opportunity to snipe at each other. Plus, I'll get to demonstrate my skills.
Your skills?
Of course. Oh, Abrasia's tough and Celine's smart, but I grew up on the streets of Daggerfall. I've been thieving since the day I was born. No one beats me to a prize. And I'm not about to let the other gang leaders outdo me now.
You think we can get a ranking cartel member to talk?
I have some doubts. If Cogwin's stupid, he won't know anything useful. If he's smart, he won't want to betray Gavin Coldane. And there's the question of how we get to him while he's in a Lion Guard cell. Hope you're up for a challenge.
Called Dress and Keep is up here-ish. There it is. Okay. So since we've cleared this area, as we said to them, we've already been to Dress on Keep. There's a library under the well. We've already cleared it. They are recycling this area. They did make new zones. But this is essentially the same area. They added new puzzles.
Over here, outlaw. I've been hard at work while you dawdled on the road.
I certainly didn't dawdle. Did you find anything?
Just a lot of ruins and cultists so far. No sign of a hidden library sitting out in plain sight, so I figured I'd better wait for the two of you. Besides, I wanted witnesses for when I find whatever it is we're looking for here.
Did you happen to notice anything worth investigating?
Not much above ground survived intact, but most old keeps like this have cellars and dungeons. My guess is, if your hidden library exists, it's somewhere under our feet. We should look for a way down.
One of the responses, nope, I don't do dungeons, too many spiders. Can't claim that. I've been here before. There's an old well that leads to the dungeon.
Really? I'd rather not get soaked to the skin today, but sometimes life gives you things you don't want. Show us the way, Outlaw. And just to be clear, I'm not jumping down a well unless you jump first.
Right this way, follow me. I do like her voice actress a lot. I like Abrasia's voice actress. And she's probably the most likely of the, the thief variety. I do love Walk Softly, but I'm sad I can't have him with me. But Edwin, who says he feels bad, doesn't make any sense. Then do something else. Celine doesn't need it. I don't buy the Robin Hood thing. I mean, yes, it's Celine.
Huh, don't they ever learn?
Only fight if we must.
It's mostly about my aesthetic. Why would I want to hang out in the dirt and grunge with rude people? Risking my, risking ending up in a cell when I could just kill things and take their things. I mean, that's the thing. I guess thieving is less ethically damaging than what I do all day.
Farther than I expected.
At least we landed in deep
I murder people all day. It's much more straightforward. Yeah, there's the Assassin's Guild too.
This what we're looking for?
Maybe. Hennard's note said something about finding answers in Metheri's works.
So yeah, there was a quest here once.
All right, I'm looking.
It looks like also...
Here. Do you see any partner?
They're going to be coming out with some new quest lines that harken back to Morrowind that won't give you any hints whatsoever. No. Okay, I can't. Oh, there we go. That don't have any quest markers. So we'll have to see how that goes. Theory. Tale of Apprentice by Lucius Metheri. And so it was that Prentice Fournette, son of Mer and Man, came to Balfiera in his youth. There did he first catch sight of the gods-wrought adamantine tower, seeing its full wonder with the eyes of youth. In that moment, when the shining spire filled his sight, he swore to his master, Nendanima, that he would one day unravel the mystery of its making. At this, Nendanima merely smiled. So think all young mages of talent who see the tower. So think all young mages of talent who see the tower in the morning sun, she replied. But you have much to learn, young prentice, before the riddles of the Tower are yours. For though we Dureni have made this place our own, not even the wisest among us have ever learned the reason for its being, nor the Iliads, nor the Dwemer, nor even I deem the dragons. And I must set my sight on wisdom such as no one has ever attained, said Prentice Fournette. Let's go up to the door, master. Metheri, Archway and Flame by Lucius Metheri. Grey of hair and long of beard, Vornet the Archmage could have made his home anywhere among the palaces and towers of the Dureni domains, yet he instead chose to retire to a humble cottage in a small island in Iliac Bay, where at times princes and heroes would sometimes come to seek his counsel. One such visitor was the battle mage Ilara of Wayrest, renowned for her skill with sword and staff. Her quest is now forgotten, but her meeting with Archmage Vernet is not. She found him plucking weeds from his garden, his back bent, his hands dirty and gnarled. Surely there's some spell that could make the light of that chore, Archmage, said Ilara after greeting him. It is because I could make light of it that I do not, Vernet replied to her. I filled my codex with wisdom I gained without getting dirt under my nails. and my vault with treasures I did not dig for. Now I look for what I might have missed by doing so. They're weeds. Okay. Mathery on the Nature of Mastery by Lucius
Did you hear
Mathery.
that? This gate just unlocked itself.
To the sedate halls of Artam Vornet came. He was now a master himself, and counted among the mighty by both Needs and Irene. Yet to the Sijiks, Vornet seemed a harbinger of unwelcome change. Ever since the Aldmere had first set foot in Somerset, no mere man had ever matched the mare in their mystical arts. Here was a stranger from the distant north, half-man, who wielded magicka just as ably as any full-blooded elf. Iakesis, head of the Psijic Order, devised many cunning tests for his visitor. It's said by some that Iakesis himself entertained no doubts about Vornet's worthiness, yet he understood that Vornet would never be accepted in Artam unless he demonstrated that he truly belonged among the Psijics. Without complaint, Vornet faced each new test and mastered them all, and so began Master Vornet's sojourn among the Psijics.
I think there's something strange about this stone table.
Are those book stands? Maybe it's got something to do with those books you found, partner.
I did this with my sorcerer, so if I know the answers, then that's why. Okay. Alright, so I believe Prentice is first. Then Mastery. And then Flame.
Wait, I think you got
Because the books were
Is
in
that
order
a door?
of his age. First he was apprentice, then he was a master, and then he was a gardener, I guess. Hidden library. Okay, this is another series of puzzles.
Intruders come to try the Master's puzzles after all this time. No, mustn't talk to them, Zyax, no.
Henard's
Mustn't talk to strange mortals, no. But it has been such a long time since Zyax talked to anybody. Who are you? Why are you here? No, Zyax did not say that. He does not want to know.
I'm Cassidy. What are you doing here?
Zyax is bound to the service of the great mage Henard. No, he is not. He admits no such thing. The items preserved here are for the Mages Guild alone. Master Henard told Zyax so. What does the strange mortal want?
Actually, I'm a member in good standing of the Mages Guild.
The strange mortal comes from the Mages Guild? Is it possible? Zyax has so much to show you. Master Henard preserved his writings and relics for you. But enemies attacked the keep, and Zyax had to shut the door to wait for you.
What do you have to show me?
3 puzzles wait in this chamber. The strange mortal must solve them. Master Henard wanted to be sure that only a worthy mage gained these treasures. Zyax cannot solve the puzzles for you.
What treasures are here?
Oh, the greatest of all treasures. Knowledge. It is protected by magical locks in the chest, the statue, and the table. Zyax cannot open the locks for you, but he can offer hints and show you the Master's journal. Here.
Okay, Dibella's test.
The statue hears nothing you say, but it observes everything you do.
To appreciate things of beauty is to honor Dibella. Protect works of art when you can. And if the work that gladdens your heart is but a song or dance, then appreciate the artist instead.
I have an idea if you need help.
Sage Vornet. I think you clap? Oh my god, spell it right. Okay.
I greet you, scholar. All the knowledge I amassed now resides within my vault. And many other treasures, too. My vault is not within this world. but the door can be summoned with my nowhere keys. In my codex, you will find the place and the rite.
A message from Vornet. It sounds like to reach his vault, we need to use the nowhere key to summon the door. Somehow.
So if you talk to Abrasia there, her idea is for you to dance. And if you dance, she goes, I just wanted to know if you could do it. Okay. Finister's
Choose
test.
potions and mix them in the goblet. Something will be revealed when you drink. But heed Sage Vornet's words. Choose potions and mix them in the goblet. Something will be revealed when you drink. But heed Sage Vornet's words.
Finister's test. O children of men and Mara, Finister reminds us to be thankful for the magic that is our birthright. We are but empty vessels filled with ancient gifts. Drink deeply of the wisdom we inherit. Thank first our ancestors for the gift that flows through our veins, which would be red. Thank next Ifre for the blessing of his Wyrd. And lastly, thank Magnus for the light of Aetherius, which is blue. So that is red, whatever the weird color is, and blue. Sage Vornet. So, green. We thank. So, blue, green, they're a little wonky. This one should be red. Come on now. Green. That's very strange. Okay, they're both saying green. This one should be red, but I can't target it. Wow. Let's see if I can reload the UI. I did not have this trouble before. Blue potion, green potion. That is a red potion, and I can't target it. Alright, I'll go do the other test first, see if anything here resets.
Master Henard despises thieves, and anyone so skilled at lockpicking must be a thief.
A chest? Protected by some devious lock, no doubt.
Zenithar's test.
I don't understand. How does this test know if we toil for a just cause, or what's fair?
Zenithar's test. Zenithar rewards those who toil for a just cause, but it is better to stand idle for a year than to toil one day for a prize unfairly won. Sage Vornet. Okay, so the trick of this test is to fail the test. You just let the timer run out. Because the first time I did this, I lockpicked it successfully many times until realizing you have to fail. And I didn't fail. I had to look it up because I didn't fail. So you're supposed to stand idle.
The chest opened, but you failed. Unless that was it. You needed to fail to pass the test. Great.
This lens
More
is exactly
puzzles.
what we need
Guess
to
we'll have
decipher
figure
the
this
Codex
out now.
Vornet. Well done, partner.
I encrypted the Codex Vornet to make sure its secrets remain safe, but just in case I am not available to undo my spell, this lens makes the encrypted text legible. All you need to do is read the Codex through the lens and all will become clear. Make sure the Codex's secrets do not fall into unworthy hands. Librarian Henard. Okay. Alright, I passed the test over here. Let's see if the red bottle is visible yet. That is very strange. I'm gonna get distracted and pick this lock now. Red potion! Wow, look, I have to target over here. Okay, cool. Red. Green. Blue. I'm gonna drink the potion.
Your eyes are glowing. What do you see?
My eyes are always glowing. I see relics of Sage Vornet. By Librarian Hennard. In the latter days of his long life, Sage Vornet devoted himself to protecting and preserving the knowledge he had accumulated throughout his days. Tomes and scrolls beyond number he possessed, but also objects of art, enchanted items, and holy relics that had come into his keeping. To safeguard these many wonders, Vornet devised a plan that was not a place, the Nowhere Vault. And there did he set aside all the things he wished to pass down to the generations to come. Much could be written of the treasures of the Nowhere Vault. One in particular stands out to the scholar's eye, the Thieves' Moon. In this relic resides the luck of Sai, the guile of Bandar, and the stealth of Nocturnal. For what purpose Sage Vornet set aside the Thieves' Moon, no one knows. My research indicates that the relic was possibly used by the great thieves of the Merethic era, as some tales have it belonging to Konsari Ri, the luminous lion of Elsewhere, while others claim that no less an illuminating figure as Bandar once wielded it. Whatever its function, it is said to give a worthy thief all the time they'll need to safely complete an act of thievery. It's the mentioned attributes that most intrigue me. Instant, moment, time. Of this relic, Vornet only said, "For the moment when justice lies in the hands of the unjust."
The Thieves' Moon? Of all the treasure in Sage Vornet's vault, that's got to be the gold one highest. I think so. Let's be on our... Wait, what's that?
Sorry, gonna get distracted and pick a lock again. Because... thief. Okay. She said, "What's that?" Where did they go? Where did you go? She said, "What's that?" But then there's no "what's that." Hey, Zayax.
Zayax's duty is discharged. He can leave this place at last. But does he want to? Zayax is so unsure.
Oh, sweetheart. Zayax. And here is Skeletal Librarian Hennard. Okay, so we exit the hidden library. If the Master Thief can do that without getting lost.
The thieves are already here! Get them!
The cartel. They must have followed us. I like a good fight as much as the next outlaw, when I start them. Let's talk. We led those Coldane thugs here. Or they came looking for the library, and we opened the door for them. Either way, I feel stupid. I hate feeling stupid. Should have known the cartel would be a problem.
I don't think anyone followed me here.
Me neither. And Quen's watching like a hawk, because Captain Sansone's on her trail. So, they didn't follow us. That means the cartel came to Dress and Keep for the same reason we did. To find out what Hennard knew about the Codex and the Vault.
What else could the Coldane cartel learn here?
We've got Hennard's lens, and you got the book about the Thieves' Moon, so the cartel won't get that. But if someone claps for that statue, it's going to tell them the Nowhere Vault isn't in our world, and they need a Nowhere key to open it.
So what now?
You'd better get to Lion Guard Redoubt and find out what their cartel prisoner knows about Coldane's plans. As I see it, Coldane can't get to the vault unless he takes what he needs from us. If we're not ready for him, too bad for us.
I'll head to the Lion Guard Redoubt.
Go on, partner. Get to the Lion Guard Fort. Abrasia and I will wait for you in the Thieves' Den.
Okay, so Lion Guard redoubt.
Quiet, you beast-witted louse.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Worm cult.
You're going to regret this.
So I believe these are events triggered
I'll be
by the
scraping you off
return
my
of the
boots
worm
when I'm
cult
done with you.
in the Solstice DLC. They're just sort of mini bosses in the wild. Soul Reavers. So this is the new menace.
Huh. You get all the luck.
Harvested soul fragment. Okay. So that contributed to the Kill Daedra quest, which was the expansion.
Ready.
The prologue we just picked up for Barton Fell, I believe. Okay. Main guard was... There we go.
Over here, friend. I've been waiting for you.
Love those things.
You good? Of course you
I've been
are.
killed by them too many times to not appreciate having them myself.
I hope the undead around here didn't give you any trouble. I've heard about events around Camlorn, but I had no idea it was this bad. I'm happy to say our work today is inside the fort, not outside. Ready to stroll into a Lion Guard camp?
Where's Celine? I thought she was with you.
Celine's here. She went to look around. I assume she'll be back soon, but I'm not sure we should wait. We need to get in, talk to Cogwin, and pocket anything else that might help us against the cartel.
I was supposed to just walk into a Lion Guard camp.
Lion Guard are knights and soldiers, not city guards. Be careful if you've got a bounty on your head. Otherwise, you can go anywhere except the dungeon below the old tower. It's restricted. Naturally, that's where they're holding Cogwin.
So how do we get into the dungeon?
That's the question. I overheard some knights talking. Apparently, Captain Sansone has commandeered the place for his special investigation. I wasn't aware that Sansone was investigating both Quen and the cartel, so we learned something new.
So Captain Sansone's here.
Not right now. He's off investigating, I guess. We need to get past the knights at the door to reach Cogwin. Distract them, maybe, or talk our way inside. We don't want to fight a camp full of soldiers. Take the Somnol powder if you need it.
Get into the restricted tower, reach the dungeon, don't start a fight. Got it.
That's not a bad plan, my dears. But I have a better one. I'm sure Edwayne explained our challenge with getting into the camp's restricted tower. But the wonderful thing about soldiers is they expect everyone to be in uniform. If we dress the part, we should have no trouble.
I see. So where do we get a Lion Guard uniform like that?
You'll need to do what I did. Steal one. Look for chests or trunks around the encampment, but try not to get caught. I am confident that if we are disguised as Lion Guard soldiers, we can avoid any nasty occurrences, including unnecessary violence.
Playing dress-up, Celine? You'll have a hard time explaining yourself when you get caught.
Nonsense. It's simply a matter of projecting confidence, dears.
The tower's ahead, just past the training dummies. Be careful of the guard.
See the big tent in the middle of the camp? That's where I found this uniform.
I like the introduction of the somnol powder. They just don't. There are a lot of places where they don't let you use it, where it would be very helpful.
Haven't seen you around the camp before, comrade. What do you need?
I'm new here. Can you let me into the tower? Oh. Oh, of course. What the? Why? That was crazy. I don't want to kill anybody. That was nuts. Why did they do that? I don't understand. Like, there are mechanics to this game that make no sense. One of them is you can start picking a lock when you're safe, but then someone can see you when you're halfway through. How am I supposed to predict that, by the way, being seen halfway through the act? Ugh. And the other one is stuff like that. How am I supposed to predict that she's going to be walking by? Alright. I don't want to kill anybody.
The tower's ahead. Just
I like
past
the lion
dummies.
guard.
Be careful of the guard.
See the big tent in the middle of the camp? That's where I found this uniform.
Yeah, so I didn't even see that sentry. She came out of nowhere. Okay, she's standing over there now. Let me see if I can get up here and talk. Yeah, this is some crazy bullshit. Now let's see where she goes.
All seems to be in order. Good.
I've been stuffing my boots with straw. Doesn't help.
So I don't know if it's activated. No, I want to talk to them.
Haven't seen you around the camp before, comrade. What do you need?
I'm new here. Can you let me into the tower? Oh, and she's gonna sweep right
I'm
back.
not supposed to let just anyone inside. The investigation being conducted in the town.
Okay. I think these mechanics are ridiculous.
I'm about to dry out.
I'm sorry, Sharp. Okay. Screw the uniform. That's just some crazy bullshit. So the trick is you can't actually
Better overstocked than under.
take the time to read it. You just have to blur through it. Alright. We can't have that conversation.
You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
I don't like this. Okay. Try that again. We've read the conversation.
The tower's ahead.
I'm just gonna blur through it while I'm safe.
Be careful of the guard.
See the big tent in the middle of the camp? That's where I found this uniform.
Must I suffer so?
I really don't want to hurt anyone. She wouldn't want to hurt anyone. There's no point to it. Okay. So.
Keep your things close to hand. We may march soon.
Can't remember the last time my feet weren't cold.
Haven't seen you around the camp. Well, if you...
So I have access. Couldn't get the conversation, but you understand why.
Good timing, comrade. I need to visit the privy. Keep an eye on things until I get back.
Sure. Captain Sansone's journal.
No one expects anyone to break into a dungeon, But let's find Cogwin and get this over with. Lots of papers around here. Might be interesting. You should take a look.
My suspicions concerning the Coldane cartel grow stronger by the day. I am convinced that Gavin Coldane's Mercantile League is merely a front for a vast criminal organization, but I cannot yet prove it before the King's Court. The Coldane cartel's legitimate operations are troubling enough. Fixing prices, setting ruinous fees for the use of docks and roads, and compelling lenders to cease doing business with competitors is all legal, barely. But coin is power, as they say. Still, I find it very suspicious that the Red Rooks leave Coldane cartel shipments untouched. Port inspectors through the realm overlook duties due on cartel imports. Local constables fail to make any arrests when the warehouses of Coldane's rivals are robbed. Smuggling, graft, extortion, Coldane is involved in it all. Now I only need to prove it. Most troubling of all, I continue to hear rumors that Gavin Coldane commends the allegiance of some sort of terrible beasts. Surely it's no coincidence that his cartel rose to prominence at the same time Foul Chew launched his assault upon the realm. A criminal empire is bad enough, but Foul Chew's man-eating monsters? Divines preserve us all.
You gonna share? Just kidding, I wouldn't either.
Arrest report. Captain Sanson, our investigations paid off. We discovered a major smuggling operation near Aldcroft and captured a number of smugglers. They deny any connection to the Coldane cartel, but we got them transferring their illicit cargo to a ship flying under the flag of the cartel. Leader of the smugglers is one Martin Cogwin. We're holding him for questioning here at Line Guard Redoubt. Cogwin does not seem concerned by the threat of imprisonment. He refused a deal to trade information on either cartel leaders in exchange for leniency. He refused a deal to trade information on either cartel leaders in exchange for leniency. Let me start that again. Cogwin does not seem concerned by the threat of imprisonment. He refused a deal to trade information on other cartel leaders in exchange for leniency. But he does not seem terribly smart, and he might fall for a ruse of some kind. You should have no trouble getting this information you want out of him when you return. Lieutenant Renoir.
That must be who we're looking for. You question him, I'll keep watch.
Where?
Can't a fellow just rot away in peace?
There.
You're not one of my regular captors. Did I scare off your lieutenant, Lion Guard? Ooh, hurt her feelings, maybe?
I'll ask the questions. Tell me about Coldane's interest in the Nowhere Vault.
You're not one of Sanson's, are you? The Lion Guard doesn't know about any of that. All the captain wants is proof that Coldane's corrupt. Working with enemies of the crown. Whatever. Who are you, anyway?
Coldane sent me to silence you, but if you tell me what he's up to, maybe I'll spare you.
What? No, I'm loyal. Listen, all I know is that Lord Avery owed the cartel a lot of coin. So to pay back Coldane, he promised him a big score. A book that could give us the Nowhere Vault. Enough treasure to buy High Rock 10 times over.
Go on.
Coldane checked his own sources. He became convinced the vault exists, but he very dragged his heels about giving up the Codex Vornet. So Coldane sent Bridget to get the book. She was too late. I hear some thief got to it before she did.
Keep talking. What's Coldane's next move after the Daggerfall thieves?
I don't know. I've been in this cell for days. But they crossed Coldane when they stole something he wanted. Daggerfall's gangs were already annoying Coldane. Now, he's going to crush them.
Don't stop now, or do I need to remind you why I'm here?
Hey! Let's calm down here. Listen. Coldane knows Basil Minot was after the Codex. He's already got someone watching that old burglar. If he was behind the Avery estate job, Coldane's going to teach him a lesson. That's all I know.
All right, we're done.
Are we done here? It's time for us to be on our way. Nice work getting into this place. I decided to remain outside and keep watch. Perhaps misdirect anyone who looked like they might interrupt you, or at least warn you if I couldn't. Consider this your warning.
What's the problem?
There's a nosy Lion Guard lieutenant who started asking questions about strangers in camp and reports of pilfered uniforms. She'll work her way down here sooner or later. Did you learn anything important?
Cogwin told me the cartel may be looking for Basil. He's in danger.
What? That's terrible! We must warn my father at once. He planned to stop at a Menant hideout in a cave near Dellen's Mill. I'm not sure we can reach him in time. Yet perhaps the Lion Guard could.
You want to tell the Lion Guard about this?
The Lion Guard almost certainly has forces close to Dellen's Mill, and they have magical means of sending word in emergencies. But we can't risk being delayed in long explanations here. What should we do?
Go to the Menant hideout. I'll alert the Lion Guard, then head that way.
Thank you, my dear. Look for Lieutenant Renoir and tell her that Lord Menant is in danger. The Lion Guard's more likely to take you seriously if they think a noble is in harm's way. I must go.
Do what you must, friend. We'll meet you at the mill.
Vigilance must be practiced to become a habit.
Look for a cave south of the mill. We'll see you there.
Buying, selling, trading.
I know you, hero. You helped the Lion Guard before. I'm glad to see you. Something strange is going on around this camp. Do you know anything about it?
Listen, Lord Basil Menant's in danger. The Coldane cartel is after him.
Lord Menant? Can't say I know him, but I know the Coldane cartel is trouble. What exactly do you expect me to do about this?
Lord Menant's in a cave near Dellen's Mill. Send forces to protect him from the cartel.
Captain Sansone is in Daggerfall right now. He and his troops are probably not too far from the mill. I can have a message sent, but I'm not sure how I'm going to explain all this.
Trust me, it's a chance to catch the cartel in the act of committing a serious crime.
All right, I'll help. I don't know what kind of skullduggery you've been up to, but the Lion Guard has been looking for a chance to catch the Coldane cartel involved in something more nefarious than smuggling. I hope this tip pays off.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Let's just do what we came here for and get out of here.
Things have never been.
Yeah.
Ancestor Silk. Sorry, I know someone's in danger, but Ancestor Silk.
Building up a stash. Good thinking.
Yeah, I always do good thinking. Except when I don't. Runestone.
Damn you, Coldane! This isn't all! Ah!
Father! We need to help him!
Celine, no! Wait for us! Now! Kill!
Hold on, Father! I'm
Get
here!
out of there!
Keep it together.
Come on, let me out. I'm stuck.
Move to flame.
Enough! Rend them with fang and claw, my brothers!
I know it's your hideout, but I'm gonna ransack it, okay? Is that okay with everybody? Y'all are just gonna wait, right? While I do this? Think of it as a team building exercise. We're thieves. You can watch me be amazing. Right? Okay. So, Lion Guard. Lion Guard came to the rescue. Look!
Give me a bow that believes as much as a damn
Oh, look! I just got mail from my husband. It says pie! He sent me the recipe I couldn't get. Granny's eel pie. That's amazing! Yeah, and you see it sells for like, a 300 to 900,000. Oh. I love pie! I love you! I love my husband. That's amazing. Yay! So. Okay, that made me happy. Okay, where is Basil? Now that I have pie. Where? Where are we going? Where am I going? What is happening? Is there a down? I helped him. Oh. No. I did the thing. Oh, wow, this quest is buggy, huh? I'm gonna try zoning out and zoning back in. Okay. I might have to kill some folks again, but I'm okay with that. So, unfortunately, this quest line does have issues.
You should have run.
Circle around.
Enough! Rend them with fang and claw, my brothers!
Over here, friend.
Father!
Okay.
I must tell you.
No.
Quickly, friend. The line guard's going to start asking questions at any moment. I found one.
Easy, Basil. What did you find?
Another nowhere key. A noble from Camlorn had it in his collection. I was bringing it back to the thieves' den, but Coldane and his thugs ambushed me. They took the key. Then the Lion Guard showed up.
Rest easy. Let us help you.
I'll survive, friend. The King's Knight saved my life. Talk to their captain. Maybe he can help us against Coldane. Now, I need to speak with my daughter.
Of course.
Don't fret over me. It's not as bad as it looks.
It looks rather bad to me. Lie still. Let me have a look.
Damn that Coldane. Tend to your father, Celine. Don't worry about us.
What a mess! Now would someone tell me what this is all about?
Speak with the captain, friend. I'll tell everyone else what happened.
Okay, so this is a divergent point in this quest. If you do not ask the Lion Guard to help, Basil will die. So my husband was like, oh my god, Basil's dead. I'm like, what? Why? Because I chose to have... Oh wow, the chests are back up. Let me see if picking them bugs the quest. But yeah, I chose to have them help the first time I did it. He chose not for them to help. He had a different outcome. It doesn't change what happens to you as a player, but it does give you roleplay choices. Which is unusual. This game doesn't really do that. Usually you have the same outcome whichever direction you go. You either do it or you don't. So I found that interesting because that's unique. Basil hasn't really endeared himself to me, except, you know. It'd probably be bad for morale for him to die.
Damn werewolves. Lieutenant Renoir sent word I'd find Coldane's thugs here, but I didn't expect werewolves. Or the hero who defeated Fauchu. I recognize you now. But taking up with thieves? Are you the one who alerted us to this situation?
I am. Thanks for coming.
I'm sorry we didn't arrive in time to stop Coldane from robbing Lord Menant. Thought he'd killed him for a moment there. It's been a bad few days for Daggerfall nobles. First Iveri murdered, now this attack on Menant. How are you involved?
I'm helping Lord Basil, and it was Gavin Coldane's people who killed Lord Iveri.
I won't ask how you know that, but I'm inclined to believe you. Still, I'm not stupid. I know perfectly well the Menants are not your typical aristocrats. And I saw Edwayne the Hawk here. You and your associates are criminals.
So you say, but my associates aren't werewolves.
That is a fair point. You saw what we're up against. Coldane and his cartel are a threat to the realm. They've got a stranglehold on every merchant or guild in High Rock, and they'll kill anyone in their way. They're the problem, not you.
Then let's work together to deal with the Coldane cartel.
The Lion Guard working with thieves? I don't know. We can handle Coldane and his thugs, werewolves or not. But we lack information. If your people were willing to help us... As a token of good faith, I'll take care of any bounty on your head.
I appreciate that. I'll talk to my people and see what we can come up with.
You should return to the Thieves' Den. We need to tell Abrasia and Quen what happened here as soon as possible. I'll look after my father.
Will Basil be all right?
He's unconscious, but I think we got here in time. Still, I fear his recovery will not be an easy one. Father will not be back on his feet anytime soon, so we must carry on without him.
Carry on?
Indeed. Finding the Nowhere Vault is my father's lifelong dream. We cannot let Gavin Coldane beat us to it now. Be on your way, dear. My father and I will join you in the den just as soon as I can properly tend to his wounds.
He's just got a little cloth wrapped around his head, but he's alive. Wow. It's a good place for lockpicking. And I believe you get a chance of getting Nowhere keys. So there will be a future, expansion where the Nowhere keys will actually be a thing that are important. You can get them from Thieves' Troves and, these chests. So, yeah, I grab them whenever I can because, you know, he said in the Nowhere Vault is enough treasure to buy, you know, High Rock 10 times over. I kind of doubt I'm going to be that rich. But, we are now, as players, going out of our way to try to get Nowhere keys. I know I have at least 10. That was an achievement. And then beyond that, I don't actually see a counter where I can see how many I have beyond that. There's probably some way, somehow, but I don't know. I'm not that invested since I don't know what the investment is yet. So essentially, it will... Oh, there's more. So yeah, as you see, that's partly why these markers are up. They're a little intrusive, the big pins, to show you where heavy sacks and thieves' troves and chests are, but they've made them more important overall to the game for achievements and
Useful.
potential future.
Hold on to that.
The mines at Crosswich are invaluable. I'm not surprised the Red Rooks tried to take control of the place.
I don't think it's necessary to make me zone like 4 times to get to a quest NPC.
Thank you, Edwayne. I can't believe what the Coldane Cartel did. Poor Basil.
I warned you. Oh, hey, Outlaw. If you found anything, place it on the table.
I hope this was all worth it. Let's talk about what we've learned, partner. I can't bear the thought of how close we came to losing Basil today. But his dream of finding the Nowhere Vault is finally within reach. We have the Codex Vornet, and with Henard's lens, we can actually read it.
Have you learned anything from the Codex Vornet yet?
It's rather dense, and even with the lens, it's slow going. There are definitely references to the Nowhere Vault, the Nowhere Keys, and the Thieves' Moon. I'm still trying to make sense of it all, but I want to know what you're thinking, partner.
I talked to Captain Sansone. I think we can get him to help us against the Coldane Cartel.
The same Captain Sansone who's hounded my steps throughout Glenumbra? I think we have enough troubles already without asking the Lion Guard to toss us in their dungeons. Besides, why would Sansone help us?
He sees the cartel as a threat to the realm. 3 gangs forming a thieves' guild isn't his concern.
I certainly am. Still, the enemy of my enemy might be my friend. I'll need to think about that. At least our gang leaders have started to work together, to cooperate. Maybe there's hope for this new Thieves Guild yet.
Is this a thieves' guild yet, or are they still 3 rival gangs?
That remains to be seen. We haven't found the Nowhere Vault yet. Still, we're a lot closer to our goal, thanks to Basil and your work at Dress and Keep. And now we know what we're up against with the Coldane Cartel. Here, partner, you earned this.
Celine? Basil? You're back.
Father needs to rest. This seemed like the safest spot.
Okay, so my Thieves Guild increased. Let's see if I can buy any... Most of my other characters are just buying the ability. Okay, I don't really have any spare points to put into it right now. Yeah, I'm not really going to be buying pieces, but my ledger domain is to 6. My Thieves Guild is to 8. I think it goes to 10. So again, skill points get pretty rare. And she is now using both bars, swapping out her rings, so she needs to have passives on a bunch more things. So we'll get to that later.
Let's talk over here, partner. I think I'm starting to like your notion of turning Captain Sansone from an enemy into an ally. Pitting the Lion Guard's swords against the Coldane Cartel's claws is an enticing proposition. We just need to get the others to accept the idea.
How do you propose we accomplish that miracle?
The gang leaders can be a little hard-headed, that's for sure. But I encountered a situation like this before, back in Abar's Landing. A group of cutthroats constantly stole our jobs, kept beating us to ripe locations.
What did you do?
Velsa came up with the perfect plan to get them out of our way for good. Best of all, we didn't have to bloody our blades. The Lion Guard presents a similar opportunity. I just need your help to convince the others.
I'll help. What do you need me to do?
Talk to Edwayne, Celine, and Abrasia. They listen to you, whereas they always suspect me of having a hidden agenda. Let's set a trap for the Coldane Cartel. Offer them a target they can't resist.
Do you have something irresistible in mind?
Not specifically, no. We can't take them down by force. Murder and violence isn't the Thieves Guild way. We're a velvet glove slipped into a purse, not an iron fist. So, we tempt them and let Captain Sansone and the Lion Guard do the heavy lifting.
What's your plan?
All I've got is an idea. Lay out bait, tip off Sansone, then wait for the cartel to come claim their prize, so the Lion Guard can grab them. As for the details, talk to the others. Get them to weigh in. This needs to be their plan, not mine.
I don't know why they have romance options, but okay, I guess you can have a romance with Quinn. That's also new. Getting Edwayne, Celine, and Abrasia to agree is like convincing a hungry bear not to eat your face.
You've got that right. I hope they have more sense than a bear, but that's where you come in. If anyone can get them to come together like a proper guild, it's you. I just hope Captain Sansone has enough soldiers to deal with Coldane's werewolves.
You're worried the Lion Guard can't handle the Coldane Cartel?
It's no secret the Lion Guard is stretched thin. I assume Captain Sansone will do his best, but he might need the help of the three gangs to take out the cartel. Let's make sure Celine, Edwayne, and Abrasia see the value in this alliance.
I understand. Any suggestions on where I should start?
Talk to Celine first. After what happened to her father, she's going to be eager to strike out at the cartel. Get her on board with working with Captain Sansone, and the others will be more likely to follow. If only so they aren't left out.
Are you still worried about trying to work with Captain Sansone?
Because he's carrying around a warrant for a crime I didn't commit and wants to bring me to justice? I suppose trusting someone like Sansone always comes with some risk. But I'm willing to take that chance. Like it or not, we need his help.
It's time to figure out a way to end the threat of the Coldane Cartel once and for all. House Menant will go it alone if we have to, but Gavin Coldane needs to pay for what he did to my father.
Gwen and I agree, but you saw the cartel in action. They may be too powerful for us to deal with.
The cartel. They're literally monsters. Ferocious, deranged, murdering monsters. They're stronger than us, more numerous. As much as I want them to pay for what they did, you're right. We need more than skeevers and street rats. We need an army.
I might be able to arrange that. Captain Sansone hates the cartel as much as we do.
You're suggesting we get the Lion Guard to do the job for us? That could work. But we need something to entice the cartel, and a place to set the trap where the Lion Guard can grab them. I know a spot. But can we really trust Sansone?
Captain Sansone is more interested in stopping the cartel than arresting us. We can trust him.
Trust him? Turning to the law isn't something that comes naturally to me. But you're right about Sansone. I could see how much the cartel both frightened and infuriated him. All right, I'll help with this plan. As long as we make Coldane pay.
You mentioned you knew a place where we could use to set the trap?
I have an acquaintance who owes me a favor. Find Rawls Boron on the docks or on his ship, the Lydia. Tell him Celine Menant sent you. She needs to borrow his warehouse. The rest of you can figure out how to attract the cartel and tip them off.
Whose role's Boron?
Nobody special, just a fence I work with from time to time who claims he's out of the business, but never turns away from a potential profit. The important thing is he has a warehouse and he owes me a favor. Tell him I want to collect.
Okay. I really want to get out of here. It's ugly and it's 7 doors to fresh air. Can you imagine how bad this place stinks? That's the main, like, my character just has to tolerate this moldy stench every time she goes in there. Alright.
Watch your pockets.
So there, I'll do the daily for Pelinals.
Are you aware of our patron, Saint Alessia? Her deeds? Her champion? Oh, another brave soul seeking the blessing of the White Strake. Though I am not as knowledgeable as Sacerdote Aloysia, I do know the account of Pelinal's mid-year massacre by heart.
Is that what this crowd is about?
Indeed, it's quite popular. All the soldiers want double rewards for their efforts on the battlefield.
Tell me more about this celebration.
It's Pelinal's mid-year massacre, celebrated by Imperials since the fall of the Aelids. We remember the White Strake's slaughter of elves at Helden Bridge, the key to capturing the Imperial city. Before it was Imperial, mind you.
What are you offering exactly?
If you know the legend of Pelinal Whitestrake and Saint Alessia, you're on the path to understanding. If not, well, those who accept the blessing are renowned for their brave deeds in days thereafter. Surely that's something your people value.
And what do I do to participate?
Holy Writ states that at the Battle of Helden, fierce Pelinal's face and hair were covered in the blood of righteously slaughtered Aelids. Anoint yourself likewise in honor of his prowess, and return to me.
Basin of the Gore Virtuous. Thankfully it doesn't actually put blood all over my face for a week.
So, how was it? Speak! Do you feel invigorated, imbued with righteous power, or perhaps struck dumb with awe by a vision of Saint Alessia herself? Go ahead, reveal to all your holy transmogrification.
I'm not sure that's what happened.
Oh, well, everyone's experience is different, to be sure. But don't let that keep you from getting out there and making a legend for yourself. The White Strake will walk in your steps and goad you to righteous fury. Though Pelinal is seen as a controversial figure by some, none can dispute the mark he left on our land and culture. And so we cry, Hail the White Strake!
Tell me about Pelinal Whitestrake.
He was the firebrand who led the fight for freedom against our brutal taskmasters, the Aelids. We hold that his actions were divinely inspired. The Bridge of Helden was one of his many victories, unifying the tribes of men against the elves.
Who are the priests of Saint Alessia?
Once we preached Alessia's truth in the temple district of the Imperial City, before its siege and sacking by Molag Bal. Many fell, but many fled to carry on our work outside the city walls. He was the firebrand who led the fight. Once a slave, the dragon god himself inspired her to rise up and rally the men of Cyrodiil to overthrow their Aeliid masters. Pelinal and Morahouse were her trusted confidants, and, depending on their translations, either or both were her lovers.
Both. If you read the books, it's not really in question. What happened at the Bridge of Helden?
The elves sought to blockade the northern bridge, driving back Nords sent to reinforce Saint Alessia's army. The White Strake, ever eager for elven blood, assaulted their lines and slew them, every one, before the Nords could even ready their arms.
So that boon box will, so there's experience in gold and Telvar stones and ancient scales. So it's a free a free thing to do every day during the event. Let's see. I'm not sure if I get trade bars for it, but also the PvP NPC is right here. So yeah, people are spamming PvP in this time of bloody face. and it's raining. But at least we're outside, and the rain smells better than the Thieves Guild. Thank you for joining me.